Hello, race fans, and welcome to week 11 of the GV8 series presented by GRAsim TV. I'm JD Smith. Alongside me in the booth tonight will be Kane Kraft and Avery McDonald. And I got to say, guys, we are in Alton, Virginia for this live broadcast. There's a famous quote by Paul Newman. It says, "If there's a heaven on earth, it's VIR." We're going to find that out from our drivers here tonight in these V8 supercars as we are in a very critical week 11 here at GRAsim in the GV8 as the season winds down, guys. This is a very pivotal week 11 leading up to the finale next week at Montreal. Can't wait to get this thing going. I got Kane Kraft with me as well as Avery McDonald. Guys, how you doing?
Yeah, VIR, one of the toughest tracks we've gone to this season. You know, last weekend we had the broadcaster challenge at Watkins Glen, and Watkins Glen is one of the easier tracks to race. So we're going from one extreme to the other extreme. So with 17 turns, can't wait to see how the drivers will adapt to the track.
Yeah, dude, we're getting finished up here with qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, our current pole sitter is Nigel Baines with a time of 1:50.265. Right on the outside pole, currently battling tough, is Martin Carroll with a time of 1:50. And that is how they're going to finish qualifying. I'll go ahead and do a rundown of how they are lining up, and then we'll go ahead and get this thing started. On row one, we're going to have our pole sitter Nigel Baines in the number 36 Spotty Dog Marston Ford Falcon, and to his right will be Marty Carroll, teammate of Nigel Baines, in the 184 Spotty Dog Ford Falcon. Tony Klusterman's going to sit in row two. In third and fourth will be Glenn Sidman. In row three will be Zach Baker and Jason Lundy. Trevor Pickett and Greg Carr in row four. Row five is going to go to Mario Gerard and Chris Hogan. Nils Jordan and Kyle Heron will be in row 6, with row 7 belonging to Peter Hebron. And then Mark Myers and Daniil Manningkoff is in the 16th position. He will be cleaning up the field. As the guys are getting lined up, I want to go ahead and throw it over to my good buddy Kane Kraft to take us to green.
Well, we got a minute or so before we go green, and as we do, I just want to take a minute to say, what are you guys thinking about the race here tonight? Who have you guys seen? Who looks good, or who's going to struggle?
I think we're going to see Marty Carroll back in victory lane. We've seen Nigel Baines dominate the past 2 weeks, and it's going to be hard for him to make it a three-peat. So I'm going to say Marty Carroll in the victory circle at the end of the day today. But I am going to say this is a mandatory 4-tire pit stop, guys. These V8 supercars are going to have to make 4 tires, and they will have to be changed. Very, very critical. We've seen Nigel Baines do good in the pits, but we've also seen minor slip-ups here and there from some of the other drivers, and him himself is going to be very critical to today's race pace. I think whoever's going to be able to get the victory is going to be who can settle down, stay calm, and be very consistent here. We're going to see a lot of off-tracks, a lot of mess-ups here. It's a very difficult track. And I think we're getting ready to go green. Here we are, guys. We're off.
Baines with a little shaky start to the race, which is allowing Marty Carroll to look to the left side as you're going to try to make the overtake. Tight right-hand corner. It's a very flat corner, so you have to be real careful here at the VIR.
Right now, side-by-side racing with Tony Klusterman and the Marty Carroll side-by-side. Nigel Baines out in front. Marty is going to get the advantage and go right ahead of Tony Klusterman in the 121 Never Quit Racing Ford Falcon. Back in the field, we have Glenn Sidman in the 4th position with Zach Baker in the 513 right on his tail. As we move further back in the field, guys, Jason Lundy is right there. In front of Jason Lundy is going to be Trevor Pickett and Greg Carr. Got a good little battle going on right now as the guys scramble for position.
Well, as we get going, my driver to pick right now is the man Nigel Baines. He believed in me last week, and I'm going to believe in him this week.
Yeah, definitely good choice right there, Avery. Kane, who you got so far, buddy?
Looks like Trevor Pickett's having a tough time getting going today. He's been pretty squirrely off the start. He's had a lot of slipping and sliding going on, and he's been bumped into a couple times, and now he's been off in the dirt once. So hopefully he can get his car figured out and get going in the right direction. But I don't know. I'd say I don't really have a pick. I haven't watched these guys this week. I've been kind of busy, so I don't really know how everybody's doing.
Come on, you got to make a pick. If you have to make a pick, who would it be, my friend?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with the silent stalker, Glenn Sidman.
Oh, great choice. Always a threat. Good choice there, Kane. I like that choice a lot. And looking on here, it's been 11 crucial weeks here in the GV8. Very fun series to watch. We watched Greg Carr, driver of the number 5 Can-Am Motorsports Ford Falcon, drive out to just an outstanding beginning of his season. Then we saw him kind of slow down a little bit, had a few rough patches, but here lately he's been very dominating, hitting podium after podium, and that has just made him almost impossible to catch in the points championship. With the season winding down, Nigel Baines has really taken over as of lately, as he's won the past 2 weeks in a row. But we got to remember, Marty Carroll, driver of the 184, has been absent the past 2 weeks, so he is back currently. Both drivers of the Spotty Dog Cake Marsden Ford Falcon out in front 1-2 right now, with Tony Klusterman back in third. Actually, Tony has looked to have fallen, as right now I'm showing him in the 10th position, guys. So he started out in third. Definitely a big fall there for Tony.
Yeah, he started out in third place and went off track quite a bit, and that's the thing here at VIR. You got a bunch of crucial turns where you can go off track. You take a look at a lot of flats and then a couple bang turns. So drivers got to get used to what's going on here at VIR. It's a lot different than last weekend where we ran the dual races. So
it's a very good point, Avery. This is a total different track than the Watkins Glen that we were at last week with the GV8 series. Right now, I got to give a shout out to Kane's pick, Glenn Sidman, doing a fantastic job. He's already worked his way up to the third position and has Zach Baker in the 513 right on his bumper. This is a great battle right here for position, gentlemen. Both Glenn Sidman and Zach Baker working it out.
Yeah, and Zach Baker's definitely got some pace here today. He is putting the pressure on Glenn Sidman. He's stuck right there on his back bumper. Glenn has got to be feeling the pressure.
Yeah, definitely so. Definitely, I would let that's Zach Baker there in the the ZB Racing team, and definitely doing a good job. Go ahead, there, Avery.
Yeah, definitely. Zach Baker struggled a little bit last week, as you see. Nigel Baines going off into the grass. Marty Carroll taking over the lead, but that won't be the last time for one of those two to go off the track. It's a tough track. Marty Carroll did pretty well last in the Gate of America's race, from what I've heard, but Nigel Baines a little bit quicker than Marty right now, so we're going to see if he can capitalize from his mistake and take over the lead.
Yeah, I think right now we're going to see Nigel Baines tuck in behind Marty Carroll. We do have an 18-lap race here at Virginia International Raceway. Guys, don't want to forget there is a mandatory 4-tire pit stop, so there's not a rush to get to the front right now. A lot can happen in this windy, turny, up and down hilly Virginia International Raceway. I want to say a few things about our track this week. It's 3.27 miles in distance. For some of those that are used to kilometers, that is 5.26 kilometers. There's 17 turns here at Virginia International Raceway. They're also this is actually a resort club. They absolutely run 7 different configurations throughout the year. Today, we will be running the full course configuration. Just keep in mind when you watch that 17 turns, these drivers are staying quite busy throughout each one of these 18 intense laps.
Yeah, 18 intense laps here. Right now, Nigel Baines trying to catch up to Marty Carroll, but Glenn Sidman and Zach Baker are battling real strong. And Greg Carr sitting in the 5th position, making a couple of mistakes, but looking forward to seeing him race throughout this evening.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Greg Carr. I want to look at the 6th position driver, number 14 in the Gulf Woody's Lures Ford Falcon, is Jason Lundy, doing a really good job running fast right now, trying to catch up to Greg Carr. And look on his tail in the Road Shark Racing Ford Falcon is the number 27 of Mario Girard. We've seen Mario do quite well here of recent, and he is continuing the trend right now as you see him battling up to Jason Lundy. This is going to be a great battle for the 6th position.
And Mario Girard has been doing fairly well last couple races, but then we got Daniil Menikoff in the 8th position. Struggled a little bit last week at Watkins Glen. Nils Jordan followed in 9th, and Peter Hevron rounding out that top 10. And Hevron's doing a great job sitting in 10th place. He's doing a fantastic job so far. We look forward to seeing how his race goes throughout the evening.
Currently, the Never Quit Racing Ford Falcon of Tony Klusterman is currently in the pits, getting his mandatory pit stop out of the way and getting things fixed up so he can get back out on the track and try to head back towards somewhere near the front. Tough break there for Tony Klusterman this early in the race.
Yeah, Tony had a great qualifying third. He's been running real strong the last couple of weeks here at GRAsim in the GV8. So big shout out to Tony for how he's done the last couple of races.
Another driver, Trevor Pickett, Kane, you mentioned a little earlier in the race, had a little rough start. Another driver having a rough start is the number 10 Get Dirty MX Ford Falcon driver of Chris Hogan. I've seen him run practice here all week, guys. Has been running phenomenal laps. Did well in the warm-up today. Just had a bad start. Look for him to pick up his pace during this race. And back now. Go ahead there, buddy.
Yeah, Trevor Pickett already made his pit stop, so he already got that pit stop taken care of. So he's one up in those guys, but we look forward to maybe him catching up to some of the cars that have not pitted yet, which is going to be a plus for him. Right now, Marty Carroll out in front, trying to extend his lead over the number 36 on Nigel Baines. Actually, Nigel Baines took over the lead. Excuse me, I apologize for that. So Nigel Baines back out in front.
I believe Marty's still out in front there, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, Marty is out in front right now. Remember, he is in the 184. Nigel Baines is in the 36. It's tough to tell when they're nice teammates. Anyways, look, going back to the race, Zach Baker is back in the 3rd position as he was able to overtake Glenn Sidman. A great overtake. This is a great battle we have back here for the 3rd position. Both drivers battling for a podium. I don't think we've seen Zach hit the podium yet this season, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. He definitely has the talent. Zach Baker is very fast in a V8 supercar, and it's showing here definitely.
Yeah, Baker, he's one of the drivers that you've seen improve throughout the season. He started in late, had a little shaky start. I believe this first race was at Brands Hatch, but really improved. He's got Glenn Sidman, the number 83, right on him. Putting pressure on the number 513 is Zach Baker. So it's good to see that from other drivers.
I want to go to Daniil Menikoff right now, trying to make the pass on Mario Girard. A killer job right now. Both of these drivers battling really hard. And off track for Mario Girard, felt the pressure from the number 47 of Daniil Menikoff. That is big trouble for Mario Girard, and a great job putting on the pressure by Daniil Menikoff in the number 47 Ford Falcon. That was crucial right there. Mario will lose position to Daniil. He is able to get back on track, though, ladies and gentlemen, and coming up on his rear will be the number 2 car of Nils Jordan in the redback Ford Falcon.
Yeah, Nils Jordan, one of the drivers who has started off pretty strong. He's running in the 9th place. He's looking forward to probably getting a little bit further up there, but Nils doing a great job in the 9th position.
Guys, get the camera back up towards Greg Carr in the number 5, currently looking ahead. He sees Glenn Sidman up in the window, and the pace that Greg Carr's running right now, he should get up to Glenn Sidman and Zach Baker before too long. Greg Carr, the current points champion, is really pushing forward. He is really trying to get close to clinching that title.
Yeah, that title is something Greg Carr has been shooting for since the beginning of the season. He started off like a rocket, had about 3 or 4 wins in a row, and that's what you need to do here is to be consistent. And he's been consistent. I know he had a couple shaky races out at Mazda Raceway, and then a shaky one out at the Glen, but he got that lead in the beginning of the season, and it looks like he's just going to keep running away with that championship. But he's doing a fantastic job in the 5th position.
Jason Lundy still riding real steadily back in 6th position, has a great pace, and that's what you want to have here at Virginia International Raceway, is a great pace as he's driving Last lap time, 1 minute 53 seconds, 0.4. Not bad for the number 14. Look for him to keep doing good up there in sixth. I apologize. Daniil Manikoff is moving forward. He has a lap time just right above, just a little bit slower than Jason Lundy. So that it's going to be a little space put between the two right there.
Yeah, Jason Lundy driving that 14. You know, he's one of the most improved drivers, I think, throughout the season. Started off a little bit shaky, but then, you know, started getting some good, solid finishes. So watch out for Jason Lundy in the future.
Yeah, watching right now, going back out to the front of the field. Want to watch our leaders for a minute. Marty Carroll still has a nice lead over Nigel Baines in the number 36 back there. And these two doing exactly what teammates do. They're helping each other out right now. And they're not battling one another, just tucked in a single file. They both are going to have to make pit stops before too long. It's going to be really interesting, guys, to see when they decide to make these stops. Do you think they'll take them more in the middle of the race, or do they wait a little bit later? I think we're going to see them in the pits earlier than later. I know these guys hate making pit stops, so look for them to make their move pretty soon as we're currently on lap number 7.
I think for pit stops, we're not going to see them both going at the same time, that's for sure. I'm going to think around lap 10, lap 11, so you get that fresh tires for the final. But good to see these guys do well. These guys are fast on old tires. They're fast on fresh tires, so it's all about that pit road. See how they can get in and how they can get out.
Right now, Zach Baker's still looking great back in the 3rd position, holding it down. Glenn Sidman right there on his bumper, putting the pressure on Zach Baker. This has been one of the better battles of the race. Zach Baker there in the 513 ZB Racing team, and Glenn Sidman in the True Blue Ford Falcon. We've seen Glenn Sidman just repeatedly sneak his way up into the podium position, and I don't see any reason why he may not be able to do so here today. Zach Baker really fast today, though, guys.
Nigel Baines making his way down pit lane, so he's going to make his pit stop at lap number 8. And Marty Carroll staying in the lead, so we're going to see him take his pit stop. I'm going to think around lap 10. Try to gain a little bit over Nigel Baines, but right now, Nigel in the pits.
Yeah, I went back and checked on Mario Girard, who was having a great battle with Daniil Manikoff just a little bit earlier, guys, if you recall, and had that run off the road. He is currently back in a rhythm, running really steady right now. Look for Mario to catch back up to the number 47 of Daniil Manikoff.
18.3 for Nigel Baines' pit stop. Keep that in mind whenever the other leader and what was the 3rd place, 4th place cars come in.
Yeah, thank you, Kane. 18.3 on the pit stop. Very good time there for Nigel. We've seen pit stops this year as fast as 17 seconds on 4 tire stops, but 18.3 not bad. Thanks a lot, Kane, for that. I've actually penciled that in so that we can look later and find out a little bit later who what the time to beat is. Right now, that looks like it.
I'd like to thank all the viewers for joining us for this evening's race. Once again, this is VIR, the GRAsim GV8 series, 18 laps here at the Virginia International Raceway, 3.27 miles, a ton of turns. Marty Carroll out in front, and you got Zach Baker. Marty Carroll making his way down pit lane. He's pitting at, goes on to lap number 9. So Zach Baker's going to take over the lead with Glenn Sidman just behind.
Yeah, watching Marty really closely. Got to make sure he doesn't overrun his pit stall. We've seen that happen in several races, and it causes big time loss. He gets in okay. Looks like everything's going okay for the the Spotty Dog Marsden pit crew right now. And as soon as he gets out, we'll find out that time. Looked to be a pretty quick stop there.
16.1.
Fantastic. 16.1 for Marty Carroll. That's going to give him about a 2-second advantage over Nigel Baines. And he had the advantage before the pit stops in the first place position. So he should resume after everybody makes their stop.
And Nigel Baines with a little slower time. Might have taken a little bit more fuel than Marty Carroll, but right now Zach Baker out in front did not get credited for leading that last lap since he was just behind Marty Carroll, but if he doesn't pit, he will be the leader of this next lap. Glenn Sidman had a little shaky lap last time, running a 153.5, where Baker ran around a 152 flat. So he lost quite a bit of time, so he's down about 2 seconds.
And if I'm Zach Baker, I might just want to stay out to lead that lap, Avery, just because sometimes it can do a lot for a driver to get out and lead that lap and do a lot for the confidence. And I think we may see him do that. I think it'd be good for Zach to get out here and lead a lap here in the GV8.
Yeah, I think it'd be a wonderful thing for Zach. You know, it's a big accomplishment here in the GV8. It's tough to lead laps here, definitely. I know I didn't get to do it last week, but, you know, these guys are doing a great job. Look forward to Zach maybe staying on one more lap, making his way down pit lane. I know Sidman's going to want to try to lead a lap, but right now pit stops will be coming soon here at the... Zach Baker just trying to avoid some lap traffic right here. Lap traffic was the number...
Glenn Sidman.
04, Mark Myers.
Man, that's going to be fun to watch, see what Glenn will do in the number 83 True Blue Ford Falcon. He gets into the stall okay, perfect stop for Glenn. And the number 83 getting work done by the True Blue pit crew. It's going to be fun to see how they work out here.
As Zach Baker officially leader of that lap. So Baker's led a lap. Got Nigel Baines and Marty Carroll have also led some laps. So we got 3 leaders so far.
Fast for Glenn.
Yeah, look forward to seeing a couple more laps led.
16.9 for Glenn.
Wow, 16.9, just a few tenths off of Marty Carroll's stop there. Not too shabby for the number 83 of Glenn Sidman, the silent stalker, doing it again, guys. Keep an eye on this guy.
Nigel Baines only about 4 car lengths away behind Marty Carroll, so he didn't lose actually too much on that pit stop. You know, he lost a little bit, but don't count Nigel Baines out.
No, you can never count Nigel out. He's a terrific driver. We've seen it time and time again. He could possibly do something that's only been done once this season. Almost trouble for the number 27 of Mario Girard. He catches a little bit of the grass, but he's okay. We've only seen three weeks in a row won by one driver this year. I'm trying to remember if Marty did it 3 weeks in a row. I remember he won Bathurst, and then he won Interlagos, Bathurst, and I'm trying to remember if he won the week after that.
He won the first race at Mazda Raceway. Like right now, Lundy trying to hold. Oh, we got a car in the grass. Car in the grass would be Daniil Minikoff trying to make the overtake on Jason Lundy.
And interesting enough, that's going to put a battle back between Daniil Minikoff and Mario Girard. If you guys remember earlier, that battle caused Mario Girard off into the grass. So now Mario Girard right on the back end of Daniil Minikoff. This could be fun as both drivers battling for the 5th position.
Taking a
Great
look
car.
at the replay of Daniil Minikoff and his overtake move that put him into the grass. He just caught the curb and decided to go ahead and rather than spin out, and he cranked it the other way and took him across the track and into the grass.
Great car. Mark Myers in the pits, Mario Girard also in the pits, and Daniil Minikoff in the pits. So most of those guys are getting those pit stops taken care of, but right now Zach Baker still hanging out in front.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch who's going to win the race off of pit road. Mario Girard, Daniil Minikoff both go in. Daniil goes in first, and he'll get out first.
Marty Carroll gets loose, which allows Nigel Baines to overtake. This is going to be the race for who's going to take the lead as the pit cycles go. Lundy and Baker are sitting first and second, going to be making their pit stops fairly soon.
Yeah, they should be making their pit stops very soon. We are currently on lap number 10. This is a run of how they run right now. Zach Baker is your leader with Jason Lundy in the 2nd position. Marty Carroll in the 3rd position with Nigel Baines. Well, excuse me, that is reversed as Nigel went around Marty. So Nigel's in 3rd with Marty in 4th. Greg Carr's back in the 5th position with Glenn Sidman in 6th. Daniil Minikoff is currently in 7th with Mario Girard in 8th. Trevor Pickett doing good. He's worked his way up to the 9th position, guys, with Chris Hogan back in 10th. Tony Klusterman's currently in 11th with Nils Jordan in 12th. 13th belongs to Kyle Herron, while 14th goes to Peter Hebron. And cleaning up our field in the 15th position is Mark Myers.
Zach Baker making his way down pit lane, going to forfeit that lead. Most likely to Jason Lundy if Lundy can get around him.
And I'm watching Zach Baker right now. The ever important pit stop for Zach Baker in the 513 GRAsim team. He seems to get into the pit stall just fine, guys. It looks like everything's up to the pit crew at this point.
Yeah, Lundy did not lead that lap, so Baker is still your leader, but Lundy took over the lead. We'll see if he's going to stay out to lead a lap.
And Zach Baker is back out. Zach has a lot to gain and not a lot to lose here, so beware of him in the 513. He is looking really good here at Virginia International Raceway.
Yeah, Baker's sitting in the 4th position right now behind Marty Carroll. Just behind him is the number 83 of Glenn Sidman, so everyone's doing a fantastic job, so we got a big shout out to all them fellas out there.
Yeah, watching Nigel Baines again, this guy gets in a rhythm, and it's just fun to watch. I mean, just educational. He'll show you how to drive in a heartbeat. Him and Marty Carroll put on a clinic up there, and both drivers just doing phenomenal. They're going to be just something. This is going to be a great battle to the end, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Mr. Zach Baker get back up there and try to fight with these guys too. Glenn Sidman is going to be right there with him. And looking at how the field is, I'm telling you what, I'm really proud of the guys. This is not an easy track. It's turned out to be a really fun place. I have to take back a statement I made in a broadcast earlier this week at this track. I said this was not a V8 supercar friendly track, and I have to take that back, as this has turned out to be an excellent place for these cars, and it really has surprised me.
Yeah, Jason Lundy got a little swirly in one of the corners. He looks like he's going to make his way down pit lane as Jason Lundy's going to forfeit the lead. We're going to see if he can cross the start-finish line and lead the lap before Nigel Baines will cross the start-finish line. No, he will not. Nigel Baines, your leader.
Right now, driver's going to go side to side almost. Is going to get a nose in. Marty Carroll does on the back quarter panel of his teammate Nigel Baines. Both drivers going very nice right now. Marty Carroll coming up on the outside. He's going to try to make the turn into. He's going to have to tuck back in. Nigel not going to be able to find an opening. He looked in and looked for the shot. The shot just wasn't there. He couldn't get it off in time. And he's going to have to tuck back in Nigel Baines. Here you see him going around the left-hander, now the right. And Nigel did a beautiful job going through there. Marty had the speed on him, just couldn't do it. A great job by Nigel Baines protecting that first place position. And let's face it, guys, these guys are teammates, but they are not afraid to battle one another. They love it, and they're definitely good at it, and it's fun to watch.
Nigel Baines has won 3 races in a row, and he's looking to make it 4 here tonight at the Virginia International Raceway. He gets a little shaky as Marty Carroll going to look to the inside. No, Nigel Baines kind of slams the door a little bit. Not intentional, but these guys are running hard as he get onto the long straightaway here at Virginia International Raceway.
Great jump by Nigel Baines there, coming around the famous oak tree, going around the uphill straight here. Great jump off of that turn. This is a tough turn right there by the famous oak tree, and that's going to actually help out Nigel a good bit, as he'll have a little bit of breathing room for maybe half a lap or so before Marty's able to catch back up.
3 drivers have won 3 races in a row this season. Was Greg Carr won the first 3 races, and then Marty Carroll won week 6 through week 8, and then Nigel Baines has won the last 3 races. So we've seen a lot of drivers win some races, but Nigel Baines looking to become the first 4-time winner in a row.
Right now, Daniil Maninkoff is battling the number 4, Jason Lundy. Great battle right here. Trouble on the track. Jason Lundy gets turned around. He's off track sideways. He's able to protect it. I don't know if there's any damage done to the Woody's Lures Ford Falcon, and I think it's okay. Good job by Jason to save that bad boy in the grass. He got turned sideways. Let me tell you guys exactly what happened there. But Jason Lundy was just riding along and lost it on his own, I think. Yeah, he did. He just got loose, tough at the top of the hill. The weight shift is really at an odd spot right there. As you're coming up the hill, it's almost like with that kind of speed, that car gets so light. And when the weight shifts, it just turned that back end around on Jason, and he did a great job of saving it. But unfortunately, that is going to cost him position.
Lucky enough, though, he didn't make any contact with anything, so his car should be okay other than some flat spots on the tires.
Yes, very good point, Kane. He was able to save it. Luckily, he didn't get into any barriers, so he is quite okay right now. Zach Baker, we talked about him. He had such a great pit stop, and he's back up into the 3rd position, guys, and right behind him is Glenn Sidman. We know Glenn Sidman has the ability to get up there into that 3rd position. He's done it time and time again, and here we are on lap 14 of 18, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is winding down in a hurry, and everybody has made their mandatory 4-tire pit stop, so where they run is where they run. This is going to be fun to see how they get to the end.
Well, the thing is, at this track, it's just so easy to make just the smallest little mistake, and each little mistake can easily cost 2 seconds. So Glenn Sidman is not out of the running for a podium yet. There's just still such a large chance that any of these drivers can make that small mistake that it would take to get Glenn Sidman right back up in there in the running.
Yeah, Glenn Sidman's been doing a fantastic job so far this season. Right now, Marty Carroll's going to try to slither his way around the number 36 and Nigel Baines, his teammates. Talk about 2 teammates that have been dominating so far in the GV8 with a total of 6 victories.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job. A crucial showing out front right now. As they're going under the famous Virginia International Raceway Bridge, Marty Carroll looks at his buddy up front there, Nigel Baines in the lead. These two are following each other. They're going to try to probably hold this battle off till at least the last lap, as right now they just look to be comfy and having fun.
I do stand corrected. Nigel Baines has won 4 races this season, so it makes a total of 7. He's going to try to win 5 races, but you know what? Marty Carroll's thinking, no, I'm the guy that's going to knock you off that podium. Or the top spot.
Has won 5 races in a row. Ain't that correct?
Yes.
Greg Carr's only won 3 races. 4 races actually. He's won a lot.
Yeah, it definitely came out dominating the season. It's been fun to watch everybody here in the GV8 as we've had a little bit of everybody having some fun. With Nigel Baines in the lead, though, Nigel has an actual shot at the points championship in the long run there, so I'll be curious to see if Marty will pass his teammate. I'm sure he'll give him a good race, but I don't know if he'll pass him or not. I just got to thinking about that. Maybe I should have picked the number 36 here. I may have made a mistake, fellas.
Well, I had to take my pick with Nigel Baines. He believed in me last week, but right now Nigel Baines out in front catching some lap traffic, so that could play an effect on when they catch that lap traffic. I'm sure the lap cars will let them go, but you want to make sure you can catch them at a good spot. But you see Marty Carroll got a little swirly. That's going to allow Nigel to take over a little bit more of a lead.
Yeah, Marty got a little loose, got into some of the dirt. I think there's still plenty of time for Marty to catch back up, though. Kyle Herron is that lap traffic you were speaking of, and he will let traffic by. He is just an outstanding sportsman, and he will let Nigel right on by without a problem. Sure, he'll let Marty do the same as soon as they get out of the S-curves. He actually will let them pass in the S-curves. I tell you what, great battle going on back in the 5th position. Daniil Manenkoff just got a great jump, but Mario Girard and him have still been battling for quite some time. Mario trying to reclaim that position he held earlier that he lost to Daniil Manenkoff. This has been an ongoing back and forth. These guys have really put on a show for us here, trying to keep an eye on them as well, battling for 5th.
Glenn Sidman trying to catch up to number 513 is Zach Baker, about a second behind him. He's going to try to work his way up to the number 513 of Zach Baker.
Yes, guys, with trouble, Mark Myers, as he was trying to get out of the way for the leaders and just got off of the track. Tough break there for Mark Myers in the Fago Ford Falcon. That's good. But scary news. I tell you what, we've had some incidences lately, Kane, with guys trying to get out of the way for leaders, and bless their hearts, we saw Tony Klusterman have trouble last week at Watkins Glen as he tried to get out of a leader's way and got a little loose as well. So it's not always easy when you're lap traffic trying to get out of the way for these leaders.
Yeah, it can definitely be tough because the tracks just ain't all that wide, and you scoot over to make some room, get a wheel off, that pulls the other wheel off, and then having both wheels off just pulls the rest off, and then you're out in the grass with no traction.
Jason Lundy currently out of the race. He will take home 15th position most likely.
Well, guys, right now there is 11 cars on the lead lap. This thing's getting over in a hurry. As soon as they cross the start-finish line, the white flag will be out here at Virginia International Raceway. This is going to be it this week for week 11, and can you feel it? I can. Only 1 week remains in the GV8. As soon as this race is at its completion, we'll be heading off to Montreal and trying to crown a champion. Off track for Marty Carroll. Trouble for Marty Carroll. Gets into the barrier, and I hope he's going to be okay. Gets back up on track. He got into the tire barrier, guys, and it does look like there's a little bit of damage to the left side of that Ford Falcon. Hopefully he'll be okay. He is able to hold on to second place, but with a fast coming Zach Baker, will he be able to hold?
I think he'll be able to hold. He got about probably 9 seconds over Zach Baker right now. Big thing, Greg Carr, 7th place. He's going to lose quite a bit of points to Nigel Baines if Nigel could take home the victory. So we got 1 more week at Montreal, and we're excited for a big finish here at the GV8.
Tell you what, Greg Carr trying to catch up. He's almost on the bumper of Mario Girard. Yes, the checkered flag is out, and Mario Girard is trying to hold off Greg Carr. He sees him coming up in the window, and Greg Carr is going to try to make a move. He does around Peter Hebron, and he's still on his way. He needs he knows he's got a points championship to win here, guys. As they start the last lap, he knows he's got to get around some folks. He wants to get the maximum points he can out of this race here at Virginia.
It's actually the white flag. I apologize for telling you JD was the checkered, but white flag's out. Nigel Baines out in front. Marty Carroll down by about 5 seconds. Baker and Sidman are down by 20, which is going to pretty much lock up Marty Carroll to take home that 2nd position.
Glenn Sidman's done a great job at catching back up. He had a little incident a lap ago where he's trying to get around a slow car and got off track. That cost him some time, but he's managed to catch right back up. He just got off track again, hoping he don't get a slowdown for that one.
Yeah, I think everything's okay right now, Kane. The number 83, the silent stalker, trying to make his move on Zach Baker in the 513 Ford Falcon. This could be interesting. He is right there, guys, only just about 3 car lengths behind Zach Baker. Trouble for Zach, and this is going to be interesting. Zach able to make a tremendous save as the car seemed to get out from under him a little bit. He's okay, but Glenn just not able to. There they go around the famous oak tree turn, coming out on the long uphill straight. I don't know if Glenn got a good enough jump, guys. Going to be close.
Quick update: Greg Carr off the track, moved back to the 8th position, so he's losing some more points that way.
Well, all that's going to do is make it even more interesting as we enter next week, as it looks like Nigel Baines should go on to take the victory here at Virginia International Raceway. Right now, Marty Carroll right there on his bumper. Somehow, Marty has worked his way all the way back up to Nige, and this is fantastic. Going to the finish line right now, your winner here at Virginia International Raceway, Nigel Baines. Marty is going to finish right there behind him in the 2nd place position. Zach Baker will come up and finish out our podium here at Virginia International Raceway. The number 83 True Blue Ford Falcon of Glenn Sidman will finish 4th, with Daniil Manenkoff coming around the track right now trying to close out in 5th. Guys, this has been a fantastic race here at Virginia International Raceway. It's been nothing short of spectacular. We knew it was going to be a tough track. I'm very proud of these guys, as there are virtually no wrecks. We saw some off track, saw some spin outs, but virtually no wrecks. And that is just something that is so outstanding for the drivers here of the GV8. Very proud of every one of these drivers here as the guys are finishing up. Very impressive. You can't be anything less than just out of your mind excited for the finale next week at Montreal. This is going to be outstanding. As you mentioned just a little earlier, Avery, we saw Greg Carr lose another position. He's back in the 8th position currently. It's going to be interesting to see how the points go. We will have the clinching results ready for you as soon as we can, and we will post them on GRAsim TV. You're not going to want to miss next week at Montreal. This is going to be good. Congratulations to your winner, the number 36 driver, the Marston Spotty Dog Cakes Ford Falcon, Nigel Baines.
I don't know if you guys couldn't have found out, but going to the finish, it looks like Marty Carroll tapped that brake a little bit to make sure they could get a 2-wide finish. But congratulations, Nigel Baines makes it 4 in the row. If I'm not mistaken, he is the first driver to go 4 in a row, but don't take my word on there. But Nigel Baines inches closer to Greg Carr as Greg gets an 8th place finish. It's a very uncharacteristic finish for Greg Carr.
Yeah, this tough break for the number 5 Can-Am Motorsports driver of Greg Carr. Think he's still going to be okay as points are concerned. He still is the favorite to win and defend his champion. You know, he is the defending champion from the inaugural season of GRAsim's the GV8 series. So it's going to be fun to see if he can repeat next week. I'm going to do a final rundown here as the guys are all across the finish line as they are finished. Nigel Baines is going to take the victory lap here. He is your winner. And second place, Marty Carroll. In third place, rounding out the podium, is Zach Baker. Glenn Sidman is going to finish out in the 4th position, and a great job there by the silent stalker of the True Blue Ford Falcon to round out his day here in 4th. He really deserved a podium. Too bad we don't have 4 on the podium, but a good job by Glenn Sidman. And back there in the 5th place is Daniil Maninkoff. He had an outstanding showing for the number 47 Falcon driver of Daniil Maninkoff. Back in 6th, battled Daniil all day, the number 27 Road Shark Racing Ford Falcon machine of Mario Girard. Fantastic finish for Mario. Very proud of him. A good job. Well done. Trevor Pickett was able to walk away in 7th in the 592 Ford Falcon. Trevor started out with a rough race and worked his way all the way up to 7th place, guys. Very good for Trevor Pickett. Back in 8th place is the Can-Am Motorsports Ford Falcon driver of Greg Carr. And a fantastic job there by Greg, guys. Very proud of Greg. I know it's not where he wanted to be, but all he has to do is just put up some consistent results. And he's a top 10 for Greg. It should be just fine. I think he's going to be quite all right at Montreal. It's going to be a fun fight to the finish. And back in 9th place in the GetDirtyMX.com Ford Falcon, the number 10 driver of Chris Hogan. Fantastic job by Chris to get a top 10 here at VIR. I know he probably wished he could have finished a little higher. He had a 6th place finish at the Glen last weekend. We've seen huge improvement from the number 10 driver lately. He had a rough start, ended up finishing 9th here this week. Good job by Chris Hogan. Back in 10th place was Tony Klusterman in the Never Quit Racing Ford Falcon. The 121 driver did round out the top 10. A good job by Tony Klusterman as he had that rough incident at the beginning. Guys, remember that, and got his pit done early. He ended up 10th. Good job by Tony Klusterman. Back in 11th is Nils Jordan, the number 2 Redback Ford. Back in, so a good job by Nils. And those were the cars that finished on the lead lap. Number 25 car, the KD Design Ford Falcon of Kyle Herron, finished in 12th. Good job by Kyle there. Peter Hebron in the number 6 Martini Ford Falcon finished in 13th. I wanted to do a shout out for Peter Hebron as he threw out a good logo on the back right quarter panel of his car. GetDirtyMX.com. We do want to thank GetDirtyMX.com for being on board with us all year long. I know we got so into the race today we forgot to talk about our favorite sponsor, and just want to tell them thank you. You guys make sure you go out and check GetDirtyMX.com, and we want to thank them. They're huge supporters of GRAsim TV, and we are huge supporters of Get Dirty MX. So please go check them out. They're just excellent folks over there. I want to continue our rundown. In 14th was the number 04 Fago Ford Falcon of Mark Myers, and then Jason Lundy unfortunately finished in the 15th position. The number 14 Woody's Lures Ford Falcon had a rough ending to his race, and that'll round out our field here at VIR, guys. Fantastic Week 11 action here from GV8 right here live on GRAsim TV. Well, it looks like all the drivers are out of the cars, and I'm going to have a word or two with all the drivers. I have a guy I want to get in here first. I definitely want to bring in the number 36 driver of the Spotty Dog Cake Marston Ford Falcon driver. That is our winner, Nigel Baines. Nigel, you get a copy of me, buddy?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, JD. How you doing?
Oh, doing fantastic, buddy. What a great show by you and Marty Carroll there. A fantastic race here today at Virginia International Raceway. Here is 3 weeks in a row. It's actually 4 races in a row, but 3 weeks consecutively of winning. Congratulations. That is quite a hard feat.
Yeah, thanks, JD. Obviously got to thank Marty there. I did make a slight mistake, which forced my hand to pit, and he was kind enough to keep the battle going. And then he made a slight mistake, and I obviously wasn't quite so kind. So it was it was a tough race. It's a very difficult track, and tough to keep it clean all the way through. So well done to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. And as we go in, I have to ask you, you are there, and I don't know the exact points as the conclusion of this race, but I have to think you do have a fighting chance up there for the points championship, Nige. What do you think about next week at Montreal?
As for the points, I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's too much still. It would take something pretty horrendous for Greg, I think. But you know, we'll just go out there and do what we can, and we'll see what unfolds. But yeah, it's been a good few weeks for me now. Got some good results in Montreal. I think I've run a few laps there. I seem to remember running the V8 round there, so it's pretty good fun over the curbs from what I can remember. So I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we can put another good team performance in next week.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Nigel. We look forward to seeing you next week at Montreal, buddy. Once again, congratulations on a job well done here at Virginia.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I just wanted to give a shout out to my girlfriend too, Sophie. She's the owner of Spotty Dog Cakes, and she's also the one who allows me to do this. So big shout out to Sophie for that. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Sophie. We want to thank you as well. Good job, very much. Thanks, Nigel.
Thanks.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is Nigel Baines, driver of the number 36 Spotty Dog M² Ford Falcon. And next I want to bring to the table our points leader. He's been the points leader all season long, has just put on one heck of a show, and just been an outstanding driver all year long, Greg Carr. Greg, you hear us, buddy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Excellent. I know you didn't get quite the result you were probably looking for here at Virginia International Raceway. I know this is a very difficult track, and I know it's probably not one of your favorites, but I think Nigel said it right there. It's really favoring you next week at Montreal. I don't want to have any jinx or anything, but I think that Montreal's going to be a Greg Carr type track. So how's it looking for you, buddy?
Tough to say. I went into this race, all I wanted was a top 5, and I took it real easy in qualifying, got a decent start, got up to 5th, and I just sat there and was content. And I don't know, kind of lost mentally a little bit there. Laps were closing down, and I lost a few spots, so hopefully that didn't hurt too bad. But if I can get another top 5 in Montreal, I think we'll wrap it up.
Well, I mean, best of luck to you, Greg. It has really been fun watching you all year long in the Can-Am Motorsports Ford, and really look forward to seeing how things wind up. We're all excited, and can't wait to see how things unfold at Montreal, buddy. Best of luck to you, and practice hard all week, because it's going to be a really fun show.
Yeah, I better start turning some laps there and get comfortable with the setup. And we'll see. We'll see if we can finish out the season strong and see if we can put a wraps on this Can-Am car for another championship. And a little teaser, look forward to something a little different next season. Won't tell you what it is yet, but we'll just leave it at that.
Man, you sure just nailed my next question. I was gonna go ahead and jump a week early and ask where we might see Greg running in the 2014 season 1. Well, we'll just have to wait in suspense, Greg. Best of luck to you next week.
Alright, thanks. Yeah, I got some stuff in the works, so hopefully you guys will like it here. We should have everything all wrapped up before week 1 starts, though, so won't leave you high and dry for too long. But, yep, I'll catch you next week.
Sounds good, guys. That is Greg Carr, driver of the number 5 Can-Am Motorsports Ford Falcon. Thanks a lot, Greg, for stopping by. All right, next I want to bring in the guy who finished in second place and did a fantastic job battling the leader all race long. He led several laps. Marty Carroll, driver of the Spotty Dog Marston Ford Falcon. My good buddy Marty, how you doing?
I'm good, JD. How's yourself?
Oh man, I'm doing wonderful. Anytime I get a chance to watch you guys race in those V8 supercars, it makes my day, buddy. Fantastic job here at Virginia International Raceway. You and Nigel swapping back and forth up there at the front was mighty fun watching, and even got confusing at times for some of the broadcasters up here in the booth, myself included, with both of those cars back and forth like that. It was really fun to watch. Good race there.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. First, I'd just like to thank our sponsors, Sophie from Spotty Dog Cakes, GetDirtyMX.com, and Team M Squared. But yeah, no, all in all, the team objective was to get Norwich up there and keep pushing for the points. That was a major disappointment for the last 2 rounds I missed due to connection problems. Greg, I wasn't able to take points away from Greg. So yeah, I think mathematically we're still in with a chance if earthquake hits Greg's area or something like that. And so yeah, we just got to wait and see for that. But yeah, it was a good fun race, and it's a track with no grip, and it does create a lot of excitement. And we got the green light to battle there for a majority of the race, and yeah, no, it was good fun.
Man, really enjoyed Virginia International Raceway a lot more than I thought I was going to enjoy. Only thing I hope is next time we come to VIR, it's just a little bit sunnier outside. That's the only thing, buddy. But it was really fun watching you, Marty, and best of luck to you at Montreal. We missed you the past 2 weeks. Glad to have you back, buddy.
Yeah, no, glad to be back, and no, good drive. Congratulations to Zach, rounding out the podium. Another good drive by Glenn there. So. I'm not sure what happened with the incident at the start with Chris, our other teammate, but yeah, he seemed to come back strong and finish in ninth position there, so well done, Chris.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and I've already made the announcement on the forums. Want to say we do have 2 new members to the Spotty Dog Keg Marston team and Get Dirty MX. We're going to add them too, and I'd like to say it is Chris Hogan and myself, so we will be running with Marty and Nigel in 2014. It's going to be really fun, and we look forward to doing that. So thanks a lot very much, my good friend Marty. Enjoyed watching you guys today.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Absolutely. And I got to go next. Is Zach Baker in here? I got to give him a big holler. Zach, can you hear me?
Sure can, JD. How is it?
Oh, buddy, doing fantastic. Zach Baker, driver of the 513 ZB Racing team. Fantastic job, buddy. You know you're doing good when you're able to keep the silent stalker out of the podium, man. That was a really good job there, holding in and getting a podium. Congratulations, Zach. You really did well here.
Thanks very much, JD. Yeah, the team's been practicing here all week, and yeah, getting the laps down, and yeah, we had a really good race, and yeah, really happy to be on the podium.
That's a tough task. I'm telling you what, Glenn Sidman is I mean, he's almost built a house there on that 3rd spot on the podium, so you're going to have to talk to him about that real estate, but a really good battle, Zach. I really enjoyed watching you guys. Phenomenal job by both of you, and you both deserve to be on that podium today. Thanks for putting on such a good show for us. We look forward to seeing you next week at Montreal, buddy, and hope you do well there as well.
Yeah, thanks, JD. Yeah, had a good race there with Glenn, and sure a good battle, and yeah, but next week, bring it on, and I'd like to thank our team sponsor, Botanico, and can't wait for next week.
100%, Zach. Thank you so much for stopping by, buddy. We look forward to seeing you at Montreal.
Thank you.
And guys, that is Zach Baker, driver of the 513 ZB Racing team. Thank you very much. And next I want to bring in another great driver. He drove the Road Shark Racing Ford Falcon all day long in the number 27. Had a great battle with the Neil Manninkoff. Time on and time again. They swapped positions quite a bit. Mario Gerard, ladies and gentlemen. Mario, how are you doing?
Oh, doing good. And yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm glad that you're here because I keep calling it Montreal, where we will be next week. Go ahead and tell everybody the real name of the track for me because I can't get it out quite right.
Quite right. It's Circuit Gilles Villeneuve.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it right here on GRAsim TV. Thank you very much, buddy. I just cannot get it out right. But that's why I just call it Montreal. If you can say it like that, Mario, it's your home track, buddy. It's got to be a great one for you.
Oh, yeah. Really looking for it. yeah, like you said, it's my own track, and didn't have much practice, but we're looking forward this week to do some laps.
Yes, I can't wait to see you there either, Mario. And a good job here today at Virginia International Raceway. Really enjoyed watching that race as you guys, you and Daniil put on a fantastic show for us. We saw he was in your rear view mirror at one point. We saw you get off road, but you did a really good job of saving her and bringing it back on track. And then we saw him come off, and he came back on just in front of him, was just able to hold out to the end of the race. So a fantastic showing by both of you guys, and really enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you next week, bud.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that is Mario Girard, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the number 27 Road Shark Racing Ford Falcon. And next up on the docket, I gotta talk to my good buddy, the Silent Stalker, Glenn Sidman, right there in the number 83 True Blue Ford Falcon. Glenn, can you hear me? May have to try Glenn in just a minute. Glenn, you got a copy, bud? And I'm going to have to move on real quick. I'm going to go down to one of my good buddies of the Never Quit Racing Ford Falcon, Tony Kloosterman. Tony, do you get a copy, bud?
How you doing, JD?
Doing wonderful, Tony. Always good to talk to you, buddy, and always good to see you on track. Not sure what happened at the beginning of the race today, but it looked like you got off to kind of a bumpy start, but ended up finishing in a top 10 position, got a 10th place finish, and was happy to see you rebound like that and get up there and finish 10th.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly. I had a good start, but I didn't want to get in the back of Nigel or into Marty, recognizing that both those fellows are quite quick. So
Marty, dadgummit, I called you both, but everybody who you, Tony, I take that back. I did see you up there in the 3rd position doing phenomenal, but what I meant was that something happened that knocked you back, and that was near the beginning of the race. I was trying to remember what, but I didn't see what happened, and we missed it.
yeah, I just got off course right at the oak tree there, and a bunch of guys went by, and then I made another mistake, and so that was pretty much the race. I was in 15th place or last place, and just worked my way up by doing some laps. So not a good weekend, but Montreal's my home track as well, so we'll see what happens there.
Oh, I did not know that, Tony. That'll be so fun. You and Mario are going to have to duke it out next week in the grand finale week of the GV8. Cannot wait to see that, Tony. And it's always great talking to you, buddy. Best of luck to you next week. Really enjoy talking to you, and good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
And that is Tony Kloosterman, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the 121 Never Quit Racing Ford Falcon. Always good. Glenn Sidman, let me see if I can get a hold of him real quick again. Glenn, do you get a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here, JD. Sorry about that. My talkie-talk button wasn't working.
Hate when those batteries run out there. It's never fun, man. But absolutely phenomenal job tonight. Zach was just able to edge it out in front of you up there, but you guys put on a really good show. Really one of the battles of the race to watch, and we truly enjoyed it. I know you always like to get up there in that 3rd place position, buddy. That is, you've called that home the past several races. So I know it had to be tough to give it up to Zach, but just a great job there getting 4th. Wish we could give a 4th spot a podium award too.
Thanks, JD. I tell you what, Zach sure earned that real estate. He did a great job. He made a really nice, clean pass on me. So congratulations to Zach. And I tried to keep the pressure on him, and every time he'd maybe give me a little bit of break or slip up or something, I would pretty much mirror it. But yeah, we had a great race. It was a lot of fun. And hi, Jacob.
There it is. Everybody say hey to Jake. All right.
Oh, hey, I got one more thing. Has anybody noticed that Kane sounds like Randy Travis? We have Randy Travis with us, I think.
Kane, you got an answer to that, buddy? Kane might have left.
Well, anyways, Kane, if you listen, consider it a compliment.
I agree. Now that you mention it, we ought to get see if Kane can sing like him. We can get him a multi-platinum selling record deal. Thank you very much, Glenn. Always good talking to you, buddy. Best of luck to you next week at Montreal. I hope it's a good track for you.
I haven't really driven it much, so it'll be fun. Thanks, JD. You have a great day.
You too, buddy. Thanks a lot, Glenn. And I do want to give another shout out there, and he did a phenomenal job, guys. He got off to a rough start, driver the 592, and then drove all the way up to finish 7th. Trevor Pickett, really good job here at Virginia International Raceway, guys. Trevor, you get a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, JD.
Wonderful, buddy. Tell me about what happened early in the race for you.
I was just following Greg, and it seemed to be when we're coming up to the snake, I completely missed my marker going through the first turn, and got onto the grass and then overcorrected and just hit the back end of my car into the wall pretty hard. So I was legging it home into the pits, and then got a quick repair and got my 4 tires out of the way, and yeah, just drove back up to the race.
Man, congratulations. I always hate crabbing it back to the pit area there. It's never fun when you gotta crab it. It's that sideways all the way, huh? Never fun, buddy. Well, congratulations. A great job, Trevor. And like I said, we're going to be at Montreal next week for the week 12, the final week of this season for the GV8 series. Really looking forward to seeing it. I hope it's a good track for you. We'll find out. Is it a good one?
Yeah, I love it with the V8 supercar, but I don't think I'm the best driver around there, but we'll just see how it goes.
That sounds good, Trevor. Always good talking to you as well, buddy. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, thanks, JD.
And that is Trevor Pickett, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Trevor. Always a pleasure talking with you, buddy. Think that's it. Oh, wait a minute. I got somebody I really do want to talk to. I cannot forget him. I got 2 more I really want to talk to, but one of them is my good buddy Chris Hogan, driver of the number 10 Get Dirty MX Ford Falcon. Chris, you get a copy, buddy? Oh, no. Let me try that one more time. Chris Hogan, do you get a copy, buddy? I'll try Chris back in just a moment. The other person I really wanted to talk to was Farouk Manzar. He ran with the GV8 all season last year in the inaugural GV8 season. Put down just phenomenal results in many races, won a lot of races in the GV8, and then he ran at Bathurst. And for those of you that caught 31 laps at Bathurst presented by GRAsim this year, phenomenal job. Farouk was the driver that started literally in last place and worked his way all the way up to 2nd place. Farouk, you get a copy, buddy? Farouk, do you get a copy? Well, guys, I guess we're, I don't know if it's just me or if having a little difficulties getting a hold of 2 of the drivers, but let me see if I can get Mario Gerard. Do you hear me, buddy?
Yes, I do, JD.
Okay, just wanted to test to make sure everything was still rolling there. Trying to get a hold of Chris Hogan and Farouk Manzar. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk with them before next week's race. We are going to be at Montreal next week, and can't wait to get there, guys. It's been one heck of a season. This is the 2nd season of the GV8, and we're going to see if Greg Carr can repeat. He is the defending champion, and see if he can be the 2-time. We'll have to start calling him 2-time if he's able to clinch next week. You're not going to want to miss it, and can't wait for everybody to be there. Once again, I want to thank our sponsor, GetDirtyMX.com. We want to thank them for being huge supporters of GRAsim TV and GRAsim, and thank them for being on board with the GV8 GTCC all season long. And know they'll be back for some for more sponsoring, so we're going to keep them close by our side. So go check them out. Guys, make sure you check out all our broadcasts. They're featured on twitch.com/Mountain Llama 1. And you're also on YouTube. And then you're going to also want to check out V8's online. And our videos are some of our videos are on there as well. I'm JD Smith. Alongside me in the booth tonight has been Kane Kraft and Avery McDonald. We want to thank you guys very much for this. Has been week 11 at Virginia International Raceway. We'll be back next week, same time, for our grand finale live from Montreal.